What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here with your daily update on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We're going to take a look at the charts and see what might be going on. Are we bearish? Are we bullish? We'll take a look at that. Also, don't forget, we got a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and you like daily updates, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, I want to remind you I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. There is a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And always remember, this is my opinion, not yours. All right, so we're going to start out with the news. And we like to do this just to get a sentiment of what the feeling is of the market. So let's just take a look at the headlines. Bitcoin closes above 8.5 as Dr. Doom says traders want to get in. Analysis who called 6,400 bottom. Bitcoin is soon to take off. Forget the coronavirus. This is the real reason. Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. The crypto, pretty much, you know, just kind of all over the board. So let's look at the fear and greed index. We are at 38 in the fear, and we have dropped 1 point from yesterday. Let's take a look at the Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance shorts versus longs. The total is 60.43% longs and 39.57% shorts. Bitfinex still crazy high on the longs. So let's take a look at what's going on. We've talked about a possible run up this week to maybe 11.1 to 11.3. It is a possibility. I don't think it is going to happen, but it is possible, and we're going to take a look at that. 92 is going to be the area to break to kind of confirm if we're going to keep going up. So we'll have to keep an eye on that area, guys. We did have this falling channel that we broke out of over here last month, and I said to watch the 9,200. If we closed above it, we would be bullish, and we were, and now we are back below it. Same thing. If we get a close above 91, actually, if we do get above 92 this week, I believe the possibility of that run up to the golden retracement zone, which is around the 11.1 to 11.3. It's actually going to be more around the 11,100 range, I believe, if it was to happen, guys. If I don't believe so, but let's take a look at why I'm saying that. And if we take the Fibonacci retracement and put it from the swing high to the swing low from our all-time high here, and we look at where our run-up last year went, 13.8 is right in the golden pocket area. So if I take the Fibonacci retracement and do the same thing from last year's high, get that adjusted, and we go to last year's low, or this year's low, actually. No, it's last year's low. All right. And we look at where the Fibonacci retracement zone is. It's right, it's going to be right around that 11.1, between 11.1 and 11.3. I would expect a rejection there. But if we do break this trend line, 11.1 to 11.3 this week, like I said, I don't necessarily think it's going to happen. But if we do, that's going to be extremely bullish. Let's take a look at the EMAs real quick on the weekly, and then we'll move on to the daily, and then we'll go to Litecoin and Bitcoin. If you guys are interested in trading, I'll leave a Bybit tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. I also have a Bybit, a Prime XBT, and a FEMX link down below. By using my links, you get bonuses. Prime XBT has some promo codes down there you can use to get a 35% bonus when you sign up. And if you use the CryptoSavy 25, you get 25% off the fees for a full month. So definitely check it out. And all the exchanges down there, you get bonuses for signing up and making a deposit. But anyways, let's look at where we're at on the EMAs. Right now, we are getting resistance at the 21 EMA on the weekly. If we can break back above this top trend line of the falling channel, which is going to be around that 92, like I said, that's going to be key for all this. So let's look at the daily. And on the daily, the RSIs are still looking bearish. It does look like If we close down here today, that the 13 will cross the 55 EMA, very bearish. We also have this falling channel, and the top of that for the daily is right around the 88.50 range. And then we have the top of this falling channel, and that is, as of right now, right around that 89.52, which is the 3.82 Fibonacci. So we did get our bounce, which was expected off of the bottom of this trend line here of this broadening wedge. Now, I do have a very bearish case scenario that a lot of people got mad about yesterday and was saying I was spreading FUD. I'm not spreading FUD. I'm showing you what I'm seeing on the charts, guys. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying that we can't bounce from here and continue up, but this is a very bearish looking rising wedge. Like I said, we could still go up. We could come all the way up to, you know, retest the top of this wedge, but I just don't see it happening. Again, I could be wrong, guys. This is just my opinion, and I'm showing you what I see. But let's take a look at the RSI now on the daily. As you can see, if you've been watching the channel, you know we fell down this falling channel. We broke out of it here, came into the rising channel in blue, broke out of that here, broke back into this falling channel, and now we're most likely going to probably come up and test the top of this. If we break the top of this, great, we will have a nice little run up. But the top of that channel break is going to be somewhere, it's probably going to be this falling channel right here, and that is right around the 88.50 range. So keep an eye on that area. Let's also look at, I don't know where my measured move went, or even if I had one here, I think it's on the daily, and we'll go into that, or on the 4 hour. We'll look at that in a second. But yeah, I do have this target down here at 79.45. That is in the golden pocket zone of the retracement from the swing low to the swing high. Would get us down to the 79.45. But if that happens and we break this, I believe we have much lower to go, guys. And my target for the 0.786 retracement of this whole move here is 73.14, 7,200 to 7,300. And let me just show you real quick. We have been looking at this as a possible inverse head and shoulders. I was the first one to talk about that. If you guys watch the channel, you know, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, something. You can look back on my videos when I started talking about it. We were way back in here. But this would also, if we came down to the golden pocket zone or the 7,300, which is a 0.786, and we did get a bounce there, that could be our run up. We may not see that till the end of, till April, sometime in there. Another thing I want to point out is the worst case scenario, and I'll show you. Actually, we'll talk about that in a second. That's the 53.74. That's the 0.786 from the swing low to the swing high when we hit our high last year of 13.8. So that is a possibility, and there's something else that lines up with that, and I will show you right now. All right, so we seem to be in this falling channel right here, and we did just get rejected while making this video. We could still break out though, so right around the 87.73 range. But if you look here in the RSI, we have not touched the top of the channel yet. We could possibly break that, guys. It is a possibility, but let's take a look at these scenarios I have played out here. So if we take this measured move and we measure, and this is one thing I don't like. Like I said, in the daily, it didn't break, but in the 4 hour, this trend line did break right here, and it hit our target that we had yesterday at 84.80 or 84.48. And I'm going to get that off of there now just to get it out of our way. All right, so also this is the 0.5 fib right at 84.83, somewhere in that range. We are back above it. If you guys been watching the channel, you'll know these trend lines right here. And again, you know, I don't copy off everyone else. If you're watching all the other guys, they just copy off each other, and most of them don't really have a clue what they're doing. So just be careful who you're watching. And the guys that say, we got a secret indicator that's saying this and blah, blah, blah. And it's just hype, guys. They're looking for clicks. I'm trying to give you my honest opinion. But looking off these wicks down here, I drew this trend line on the bottom. I cloned it, and I put one off of this wick, and this wick. And we've been watching this since before this all happened. And I had said they will be support and resistance on the way up. And they were. And now they'll be support and resistance on the way down. You can see on this middle trend line here, we played on this for quite a while, just like we are now. And now if we come up to retest that top one, that's going to be around the $9,000 zone. If we take the measured move, if we break up, say if we broke up from here, we have a measured move of 92.90. But again, guys, that's only if we can break up out of this falling wedge. And as of, or falling channel, I'm sorry. I hate when people call channels wedges. There is a guy out there that does that. 87.69. Make sure you guys give the channel a thumbs up too. I almost forgot to tell you. Really helps the channel, really helps YouTube's algorithm get the video out. And also, if you leave a comment, that helps tremendously, and it gets you entered to win a free t-shirt on Sunday. I do a random comment pick on Sundays. But let's look at what's going on here. So if we were to break around here, that's the 92.90, and that would be the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. The 55 EMA on the 4 hour lines up at the top trend line, and that's at around the 9,020 range, depending on where we hit it. Again, guys, these targets are not exact. Also, remember, we still have this 0.5 or 0.382 Fibonacci at the 89.69. We have gotten rejected off the top. We may bounce around in here for a little while between this top trend line and break out over here. If we were to do that, you know, that's going to get us more in the $9,200 range. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that. This may be a little high. I'm going to move this down towards the 9,200 range, because if we do break that 9,200 range, like I said, that would be extremely bullish if we break it. But keep an eye on all this. Like I said, the RSI, if we break out of this falling channel, we're most likely going to come test the top of this channel again, and that would probably be up around that 9,200, between 9,000 and 9,200 anyway. That's what I'm looking at, guys. Keep an eye on this area. If we do continue down, break back through this line again and come back down and test this bottom line, that's pretty much it for me, guys. If we break this pink trend line again, we have on the 4 hour already pierced it, so that's not too promising if you ask me. But yeah, I said there was more things pointing to the 5,300, and I will show you that now. If we take a measured move of this broadening wedge, bring it down to where we've pierced it down here, and come up and look, that gets us to that $5,300, $5,400 range, which if we came back down and tested this trend line here would be around April. It'd be right around April, maybe as far as May, and that's right around the halving, guys, and then we would most likely continue up from there. But also, don't forget, we have the 72 to 7,300 here, which is 72 is a golden retracement of our move up to 13.8. So keep that in mind. It's a possibility, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at with Bitcoin. Let's move on to, let's zoom in here real quick. I'm going to go into the 1 hour and just take a look at what's going on here. Same thing. I'm going to move this down to the 9,200 because that's going to be key, and I think we'll get some major rejection there. But anyways, we may come back down. As you can see, though, in the hourly, the EMAs look pretty good. They are turning bullish, and we have had the 13, or the 8, the 13 have crossed the 55. Next would be the 21. That may get us our push up to around the 89.50 to 9,200. I've gave you the targets, so watch for that, guys. Yeah, that's about it for that. Let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin, same thing. As you can see in Litecoin, I do believe, whoops, get this out. I need to make another trend line here, and I don't know why I didn't do that, but let's do that right now. I'm going to put this trend line across here. It's off of these wicks down here. And, excuse me, looking at this rising broadening wedge that we had right here, I have a measured move of that we have broken it all the way down to the 4220, and that also lines up with this resistance we had back here to become support. So keep that in mind. We could possibly go that low. I'm not saying we're going to, but as of right now, we are in this falling channel here. If we look at the RSI, we are on the 4 hour. Okay. So if we look at the RSI here, we could come back up, test the top of this wedge. If we break it, most likely going to test the top of this trend line again. And that could be as high as the 73, which would be touching the bottom of this broadening wedge that we popped out of. And if we take a measured move, if we were to break out over in this area somewhere, it leads us right up to that. But we are, as of right now, getting rejection at our $60 range. If we can't pull through that, we're most likely going to head down from here, and we could, but what it's looking like is we're probably, in my opinion, guys, like I said, this doesn't have to happen, it's just my opinion, we may see something like this come back down all the way over into here, and that's going to be around the April-May area, the 54-65 area. So let's keep an eye on that. But as of right now, yeah, we're still within this range here, so nothing really to go by, except if we do break the top, most likely headed up to that 73 range. Now let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, same thing. We are in a descending triangle here, and if we take a measured move, if we were to break down from here, that gets us to the 182 range, which is also the golden pocket zone, the 0.618 Fibonacci. And if we were to break up from here, we're going to be looking at around the $250 to $260 range, right in this area. So keep an eye, and to break that, we need to break above the 225 area, and we'll see what happens there. But that's what I'm looking at. And if we look at the EMAs here, let's take a quick look at them. We are right at the top of that trend line right now. The EMAs are turning up, so it's a possibility. But like I said, keep an eye on it. See if we can pass it's actually 225.50. And if we do, we'll probably get that run up there. And if you look here, we are in a falling channel. Could get a rejection and come all the way back down for one more touch, but it actually looks like we may break up from here. We will get some resistance at the 228, get some more resistance around 232, and then after that, if we can break that 232 range, then we're most likely headed up to 249 to 254. The highest I see us going up here is, if I put clear this up a little bit, if I put a Fibonacci retracement on this move down from the swing high up here to the swing low down here, the 0.786 would retest the top of this channel. That would have to be one amazing move up, which it could happen. I'm going to go ahead and put a target there. 272, but I would expect rejection and continue down from there. But let's see what happens. I'm sure that if these top trend lines break on all these, Litecoin, Bitcoin, if these top trend lines break, guys, I am pretty sure that we'll get a nice move up. Everybody's going to get super bullish. Everyone's going to go long, and then they're probably going to get wrecked if they don't know what they're doing, because I believe people that do know what they're doing are going to be shorting these areas. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's take the Fibonacci retracement on this real quick. From the swing high over here down to the swing low, which was here. We're coming up to test the top of this trend line. That is going to be the 0.618 at about 97.21. I'm not going to put a target there. Just remember that 97.21. If we break that 92, that's where I believe we would be headed. And if we broke that, we could go as high as the 10,050 range. So let's keep an eye on this. We are due for a nice little bounce, so it wouldn't surprise me if we bounced out of here and went to the 9,000, 9,200. If the 9,200 breaks, guys, at least 97, I would say we come up to here. I'm going to go ahead and put that target in. And yeah, Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think is going on. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you holding? Are you trading? What's going on? And yeah, don't forget to click CryptoSavy logo above my head to get daily updates every single day. And yeah, that's about it. Thumbs up and comment, and I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy. I'm off to work. Bye.